Get ready to enter into a world of pure entertainment and unmatched artistry, because today we're going to discuss the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. With a career spanning over 4 decades, MG was known not only for his incredible music, but also for his electrifying stage presence and showmanship. Welcome to our first video, where we are going to break down the top 10 live performances of Michael Jackson. Surely the video is going to be interesting, so make sure to watch the video till the end. Also, subscribe to our channel now and press the bell icon for regular updates. Number 10. Man in the Mirror. Bucharest, 1992. Michael Jackson's 1992 dangerous tour stop in Bucharest, Romania, is still a fond memory for many of his fans. The grand music event, which took place in a stadium full of people, was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for those in the crowd who had never seen anything like it before. Michael's performance of his famous song, Man in the Mirror, was one of the show's many highlights. Everyone in the crowd sang together, making a beautiful moment that people who were there still remember. As Michael walked out on the dark stage, he gave off a calm and gentle vibe that made many people feel like they were living a dream. People still talk about how amazing Michael's skill and showmanship were at that concert. Number 9. Smooth Criminal. Munich, 1997. Many people agree that the 1997 History World Tour was one of the most amazing musical shows ever. There are many reasons for this. One of the most memorable parts of the tour happened in Munich, where Michael Jackson gave a great performance of his classic hit, Smooth Criminal. The show was a true work of art. Every move was done perfectly, and the music was played just right. Every part of Michael Jackson's performance showed how much he wanted everything to be perfect. The attention to detail was unmatched, as the different sides shadows cast by the image on the curtain showed. In every part of the show, MG's attention to detail and desire for perfection was clear. Number 8. Dangerous. Munich, 1999. In this show, one of the most interesting parts of the show was when he sang Dangerous after a mix. His skill, moves, and the way the stage was set up were truly amazing. The dancing was also very different and new, which showed how creative and skilled Michael was. He was known to be a stickler, which didn't come as a surprise. But there were some problems at the show. After the performance of Dangerous, Michael was hurt in a small way when something went wrong on stage. Even though this happened, Michael kept going with the show and gave a great performance that the crowd will never forget. This happened again to show how skilled and dedicated Michael was to his job. Number 7. Another Part of Me. Wembley Stadium, 1988. In 1988, Michael Jackson put on a live show at Wembley Stadium that people will remember for a long time. John Peel, a music journalist who was there, said that Jackson's show was matchless virtuosity. And he was right. Jackson was known for his charismatic stage personality and unique style, and during this show, he showed how well he could do both. One of the best parts of the night was when he sang his hit song, Another Part of Me. As soon as Jackson started singing, the energy in the stadium went through the roof, and everyone in the stadium was mesmerized by his strong voice and electrifying show. Number 6. Jam. Bucharest, 1992. Many news sites have talked a lot about Michael Jackson's dangerous tour stop in Bucharest. In one of these articles, a writer for Variety made a funny comparison between a Michael Jackson show and the launch of a space show. The author of this text had a similar point of view and agreed with the idea. But even though there wasn't much spontaneity, the concert was a big success, as shown by how excited the crowd was. Jackson's entry on stage was enough to send the crowd into a frenzy. He stood still for almost 2 minutes before taking off his sunglasses, which made the crowd go crazy. Then he did Jam, his newly released song, with a lot of energy, moving all over the stage. Number 5. 30th Grammy Award Ceremony, 1988. On March 2, 1988, Michael Jackson took the stage at Radio City Music Hall in New York City to perform at the 30th Grammy Awards. Michael gave a show that will go down in history, even though he only had 10 minutes to do it. As the curtains were pulled back, the shape of the King of Pop came into view, and the crowd started cheering, which they kept doing for the rest of the show. Michael began with the way, You Make Me Feel, which showed off his signature style and perfect rhythm. He then sang Man in the Mirror, which was backed by a choir team with soul. The show was part of Michael's Bad Tour, which became the most successful record tour ever. Number 4. Billie Jean. Madison Square Garden, 2001. On Michael Jackson's 30th anniversary, thousands of fans came to Madison Square Garden to celebrate the legendary pop star. Fans and celebrities alike came to the event, making it a night to remember. The crowd was buzzing with energy, and you could feel it in the air. The best part of the show was without a question when Michael sang his hit song, Billie Jean. As soon as the song started, everyone in the crowd started cheering, and Michael's dance moves set the stage on fire. People were mesmerized by his show, and the energy in the room was off the charts. Those who were there that night will never forget it. No one knew at the time that this would be Michael's last great show. The moonwalk, which was one of his most famous moves, was never done by him again. This made the event even more special, and fans were glad to be there when history was made. Michael's dance routine, which was very flexible and rhythmic, caused a storm that lasted until the show was over. The show left the crowd in awe, and they gave a standing ovation. Number 3. MTV Music Awards, 1995. The MTV Video Music Awards show in 1995 was different from those in the past. Most of this was because Michael Jackson's new record, History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1, came out. The show was meant to bring back some of the joy that had been lost over the years. The success of the show was helped a lot by Michael Jackson's appearance. He was joined on stage by Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash, and the two of them played 4 of Michael's most famous songs: Beat It, The Way You Make Me Feel, Black or White, and Smooth Criminal. The show was 15 minutes long and was a huge hit with the crowd. Michael Jackson's performance was a hit, but that wasn't the end of it. Later that night, he got 2 awards, which made him even more of a music star. The awards showed how hard he worked and how much he cared about his singing career over the years. Number 2. Motown 25. Yesterday, Today, Forever, 1983. People often remember the Silver Jubilee show of Motown Records for Michael Jackson's electric performance, especially his famous moonwalk. It all started when Michael took the stage by himself after the Jackson 5's comeback show. The catchy beat of Billie Jean got everyone's attention, but it was his mesmerizing dance moves and his sequin shirt that stole the show. During the show, Michael did the backslide, which became known as the moonwalk a few years later. This show was a turning point in Michael Jackson's career, solidifying his position as the king of pop. Many people think that this act changed the rest of his life and helped him become a legend in the music business. Number 1. Super Bowl 27 Halftime Show, 1993. For kids who grew up in the 1980s, the Super Bowl halftime show in 1993 was a once-in-a-lifetime event. Michael Jackson's amazing performance had a huge effect on NFL viewers, both during the game and afterward. Jackson's show was also a way to spread the word about his Heal the World Foundation, which got a lot of attention during the show. The stage was built in less than 6 minutes and was surrounded by tens of thousands of kids, which made for a truly amazing show. This halftime show has become an important part of pop culture history, and many people who saw it live or on TV will always remember it fondly. So that was all for today. If you are a fan of Michael Jackson, give this video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, tell us in the comment section which of these live performances of MG's is your favorite one. Thanks for watching till the end.